For years, we had no leader. We lived in the metal dunes, scavenging scraps, chasing light bugs, and setting fire to things we didn't understand. It was fun, until the fun ran out. When the storms came, the dunes shook. We realized we needed direction. Someone bold enough to give us purpose, or at least tell us which way not to explode. That someone was Rix. He wasn't one of us. He was tall, lanky, human-shaped, but younger than any human I'd ever seen. Maybe 15? He smirked and said, "Well, if I can't find a crew, I'll build one." That's how it started. We didn't understand half his words, but we understood one thing. He was loud, clever, and crazy enough to match our chaos. We followed him. He called himself Rix the Remarkable. No one else did, but we didn't argue. He told us he was going to become the greatest villain in the universe. And we cheered, not because we knew what that meant, but because it sounded fun. He built his base, a tower made of old ship parts, rust, and hope. We helped, kind of. Some zincs welded, others set themselves on fire and called it progress. When it finally stood upright, after 7 collapses, Rix named it the Clatter Spire. He said it would be the headquarters for his empire, an empire he didn't have yet. But that never stopped him. Every day, Rix trained like a hero. He'd wear a black coat too big for his body, practice evil laughs in front of cracked mirrors, and build gadgets that sometimes worked and sometimes exploded in his face. We loved it. We recorded every explosion. He said failure was part of the plan. We didn't know what the plan was, but we clapped anyway. I was his favorite assistant. My name was Mibbo. I think he liked me because I didn't talk too much. Most of my words were squeaks and burps. I helped him test his inventions, and electrocuted twice, but I survived. That's loyalty. Rix wanted to join the League of Lurkers, a group of legendary villains who ruled the galaxy from the shadows. He said they once rejected him for being too young. So he decided to prove himself by stealing the core of infinity. We didn't think it was a good idea, but he looked so determined that we couldn't say no. The night of the heist was chaos even by our standards. Rix wore a black cloak, and we wore frying pans as helmets. He rode a stolen hoverbike. We clung to the sides, screaming in joy and fear. We make history. We almost did. We broke into the power chamber using bubblegum and magnets. I don't know how it worked, but it did. Rix grabbed the glowing core, laughed like a maniac, and shouted, "I'm unstoppable!" Then the alarm screamed. The robots came. We panicked. It didn't help. We escaped, blasted us out of the city in a wave of light. Rix was furious. "Do you realize what you've done?" he shouted. We looked at each other and started clapping. It seemed appropriate. For days, Rix sulked. He didn't build, didn't talk, didn't even yell at us. "They'll never take me seriously, Mibbo," he said quietly. "I'm just a kid with junkyard friends." I didn't know how to answer, so I gave him a bolt I'd painted with a smiley face. He laughed for the first time in days. "You know what, Mibbo?" he said. "Maybe that's exactly why I'll win."